Hello, Virgo. Yep, we're recording. Just had to make sure. Um, Today is August 14th. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. If you like what you hear, click like, subscribe, share, leave a message, comment, something positive, hopefully. There's a lot of things happening in the sky. We are Mercury retrograde, so this is directly going to affect you. So, especially since it is in the house of Virgo, going backwards into Leo, stuff, whatever. So, could be a little bit of a rocky road. But retrograde is about redoing things, renegotiating communication, travel, thoughts, ideas, contracts, anything to do with any of that, right? Electricity. So it could be a time, it's not really meant to be a difficult time period, but it is meant to be a period where we are redoing things. Anytime there's a retrograde, it's about redoing whatever that planet is about. So let's get into it. Let's see what's happening. So I am a Virgo, so I deal with this same as the rest of you, right? Let's see. I do one-on-one readings. If you're interested in that, the information will be in the description below. So, see what happens here. All right. Show us what's happening for Virgo, Virgo rising, Virgo moon. You're welcome to check out the other signs in case you have a different rising sign. If you know your chart, your rising sign, moon sign, you can check out those or other people that you know, different signs. All right. So let's see what's happening here for you, Virgo. Virgo rising. Show us, Spirit, what is happening here. Technically, I try to do for the week, but Spirit has other ideas about things. So sometimes, I mean, this is meant to be for the retrograde. So, you know, it could be towards the end of the month that things come up. Who knows what's going to happen? Spirit has their own ideas. Mostly I channel information. I know enough about astrology to be dangerous, as they say, but little tongue-in-cheek thing, but mostly I channel information. I do use cards. I open up windows, but my guides give me information. I feel things and empath, all of that. So we'll see what's going to go on here for Virgo, Virgo rising, Virgo moon. See what's happening for you all. Okay. So, Five of Swords, fear of defeat. This is not a time to be fighting, right? Whatever it is you're trying to do, relax. Right? This card has to do with a stalemate, so it can imply that you're not really getting anywhere, doing anything. This is about an ending of a cycle, right? And so it's really like, it's interesting. These cards have to do with where we're coming from. These cards have to do with where we're at, and then these cards over here have to do with where we're going to. So apparently you're looking for money, finances, financial security, right? It implies that you're not really in charge. You've been doing a lot of like fighting around here, and the fighting isn't really getting you anywhere. So says you have all of the tools that you require to get things done. Things are trying to manifest for you during this time period, right? And after things manifest, right, then there's going to be a lot of sorting things out, right? Right now, there can also be a lot of chaos going on around here. This is about sorting out your priorities, right? It's what the Five of Wands is about. So you're coming here from a place of limitations and restrictions, power struggles, stuff like that, which is one of the reasons why you're not really meant to be fighting about anything, right? The Devil card is also connected to Capricorn, which is Saturn, right? Saturn is about structure, right? And Saturn is a planet where I think Saturn is also retrograde. Not 100% sure. Check it out. I think Pluto was retrograde. I'm not sure, but I didn't check the astrology before I started this thing. But Saturn says, you know, we will. Saturn is about longevity, right? And so things are not going to be getting done unless it's going to benefit you long term, right? And so this is also the world card here is about recognition. It's also completion of a cycle in a big way. So you're trying to do that, right? You're completing a cycle around limitations and restrictions, right? Which is awesome. I'm very much for that, being a Virgo myself, right? Being able to move forward here financially, right? Things may have been slow this particular night. He's not, he's ruled by Taurus, right? And Taurus is stubborn. The world is actually ruled by Taurus, so the planet Earth, right? You're moving into a planet. You're moving into a time period of power. When I do my own readings, the Queen of Wands keeps showing up, and so that's interesting. So you're manifesting things here, and you have the Seven of Cups here, which is a card about illusion, right? It's about daydreaming, things like that, right? So there's a lot of sorting things out here in your daydream kind of like scenarios here, right? So this is looking really good, fellow Virgos. When the Queen of Wands shows up for me, I usually feel like it has to do with like one of my ancestors, because both my grandmothers they're both passed away. One was Aries, one was Sagittarius, so they're both fire. But the Queen of Wands can be Aries, Sag, Leo. Right? It's female energy, so it's a lot about like your creative energy, right, and your power to create. Right. This is basically a card of the witch, right? Hence black cat, right? But it's about connecting to your intuition in a lot of ways, right? Whenever you see people holding the wands, right? The hermit holds the wands, king of wands, queen of wands, whatever those things, right? Even this knight, not a knight, even the nine of wands here, he's holding a wand, right? So when you see people holding wands like that, they are people who have power, right? And they are knowing how to wield that power, right? So you've been doing a lot of like focus work here. The Eight of Pentacles talks about whatever ideas you have running around the back of your head, put them into action over the course of the next 8 weeks, right? Talks about focus, and it talks about like, as you're moving forward here, you've been doing all this work here in order to manifest things, hence the Magician, right? So we're not surprised about that. There's your wish card, completion of a cycle. You have 2 nines here, right? Completion of a cycle on an energy level, right? 9 of Wands, completion of a cycle on an emotional level. But you have the 9 of Cups here, which is technically connected to the wish card, right? You have the 9 of Swords, completion of a cycle also mentally, so that's interesting. Moving forward, 7 of Swords, tactics, right? So as you're moving forward here with whatever it is you're manifesting, it's going to require some sort of like tactics to be able to get things done, right? So you have your wish card, right? And the wish card is not necessarily about, I have this wish and it's going to happen and blah, blah, blah. The wish card has to do with what energy are you putting out, right? Are you putting out positive energy? Are you putting out negative energy? Are you being defensive around here, right? This is getting out of your comfort zone, taking problems to bed with you at night. But you're moving forward here, right? 6 of Swords says you're moving forward here over the course of the next 6 weeks or so, right? It's like, it's interesting. You have 6 of Swords and you move to 7 of Swords. But this is about getting out of your comfort zone. It's kind of taking problems to bed with you at night, all the sleep disturbance, stuff like that, right? Because you've been doing all this like worrying and dealing with limitations and restrictions around things and people and all this kind of stuff. right? But and there's been a big battle that has gone on around here, right? But in the middle of all that, you're still focused on where you're trying to get to, right? And um, and it is happening, right? It's just that you have all this sort of like chaos going on around you for some reason or another. Trial and error. Five of wands over here, five of swords over there. Fives are a number of chaos, right? So you want to really remove the chaos out of your life, right? Because it's not really doing you any good. You know, personally, I've been doing a lot of that. Um, Seven of Swords, we'll talk about. Um, it's a fear of moving forward, holding on to old ideas, thinking that everything is going to be the same as it has always been, right? If you want to be able to move forward, stop looking backwards, right? Pay attention to where it is you're trying to go. The past has got nothing to do with here, right? It's like you're not going that direction. So get out of your head. It's sword, sword, sword. It's all about your head struggle, right? But the magician is ruled by Mercury, which is our sign, right? So it's like pay attention to how you think, how you speak, right? How you're writing about things, who you're texting, right? All that kind of stuff, right? Sorting things out here connected to your mind, right? The mind can be a very chaotic place right now because of the retrograde, right? Um, but Spirit is telling me, which I mean, I am a big fan of journaling, right? But if you're having all of this confusion in your daydream kind of a thing, it may be important to write things down so you can gain some clarity around it, right? So, because you do this does say here that you are trying to sort things out around your life, and by sorting things out, by sorting things out in your head, you'll sort things out in the physical. So that's what that's going to be all about. Let's get some other cards here and see if we can get some clarification around things. In general, there are some rough cards sitting here, right? However, I feel like whoever it is that's on the other side here for you, um, there are people here who are trying to help you, right? So you're like, like I talk to a lot of people, right? Because I do private readings and stuff, and just people I know. People think they we're doing this alone, and we're not, right? Spirit is trying to help us all the time, right? We get power from ourselves, we get power from our guides, we get power from our ancestors, we get power from our totem animals, right? From gods and goddesses, right? And there's also a lot of things happening out in the other dimensions, other places that are trying to help us as well. Which I'm not going to get into that. There are other videos that I've done about you know energies, people out there that are trying to help the planet raise our vibration. So there's a lot of stuff like that trying to happen. So you can look at other videos for that. I've done a few different ones about it. So, okay, clarify this stuff for us. Clarify this stuff for Virgo. Show us what's happening for Virgo. Show us what's happening. All right. What was on the bottom of this deck? So this is burdens, problems, responsibilities. It was on the bottom of this first deck. Right. This is burdens, problems, responsibilities. But this guy's almost home. This is harvest, right? So you are in the process of trying to harvest something here, right? So again, card's talking about we're almost there, we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Every day is closer. So 10 of Pentacles twice. That's awesome, right? Wheel of Fortune, luck. Luck, Jupiter, expansion, right? Expansion around money, finances. If you're doing anything connected to real estate, Ten of Pentacles is about legacy, it's wealth, it's inheritance. Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune, is about unexpected money coming around us. Well, unexpected like things, but it's Jupiter, so it's expansion around things. So I find that Ten of Pentacles is financial security, right? Be in a place of gratitude. You may have to spend a little bit of money in order to make some money, right? But this to me is like where you're coming from, right? So we have this first layer down here. This is the second layer. So it's like you're coming from this place here where there is money coming in here, right? Money that feels like it's either owed to you or money that you've been working towards creating, right? But as it is created here, it is happening, right? And then being in a place of gratitude, it looks like that you can also be like sharing money with other people, right? Whether it's giving money to charity or whatever it is, right? Sometimes when I use the Crowley deck, the Six of Pentacles talks about things happening behind the scenes. In the other deck, it looks like a boardroom, right? So I usually use that for like whoever it is that you talk to out there, those people helping us. You have the Six of Wands here, which is a kind of victory and moving into a place of youthfulness. So what this says is that if you do have like there can be like playtime coming, right? If you've had health issues, those things could be becoming resolved somehow or another, because it's a youthfulness, right? Like your goals, dreams, aspirations are sitting here. Again, the High Priestess, which is to me, it's like the goddess, right? So the spirit trying to help you, trusting your instincts, things like that, right? So there's going to be something that comes up here about redoing or reimagining or revisiting, because the Wheel of Fortune is about things that go round and round and round, right? And so things that have to do with your spirituality, right? And dealing with things connected to relationships. There can be some sort of an attitude coming up around here because of other people's chaos, right? But do not be dealing with their chaos, right? This is a kind that comes up connected to sorting things out, right? A lot of irons in the fire, as my teacher used to say, right? So you may have this attitude because you don't want to deal with all of that, right? Like when things start manifesting, it's like, oh, I have to deal with this, I have to deal with this, I have to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. Slow down, right? Take time. You have the Seven of Swords over there, which has to do with tactics, right? So get people to help you, right? Ten of Swords, a lot of stress happening around here. Major decisions having to be made here, trying to balance money. There's legal things here. So again, we're talking about people helping you, right? Like the King of Swords there, I use him for people that are connected to law. Like he may be a lawyer, right? He may be somebody that has to do with law enforcement somehow or another, right? So maybe like wealth management, since this is all about like money, finances, stuff like that. That seems to be the primary focus right now. Right, but you have this page here. Pages are about communication, right? So somebody here is trying to contact you, but they're sitting here and trying to sort things out with you, right? So there is help being made available here for you, right? But there's definitely going to be that you have the page of cups up here. You have the page of wands down there. So things are moving in a really good direction here. So anyway, that's what we have to talk about today. So yes, good luck with all of that. Take care. Again, if you like what you hear, click like, subscribe, share, leave messages in the comments below. And we'll be back later. All right. Thank you so much.